I'm trying to tell you, it's not a mind thing. You don't lack the willpower. It has to do with you're not doing it at the right time. If you pay attention, nature teaches us.
What's going on, everybody? This is Brandon Blox from Nana Piranha. Welcome to Unsolicited Monologue. Thank you for clicking the video and giving me a listen. I appreciate you being here. First, I want to say happy holidays, and if you're listening to me instead of enjoying your family, well, you're all right to me. But seriously, just make sure to share it with them later on. I know the holidays can be magical, but it can also be a time that is hard for a lot of people. I used to never care about the holidays until, I saw how kids lit up about it. So I kind of understand both sides of the spectrum. I mean, I don't really mind the holidays now. There's stuff I'd rather be doing, but it is pretty cool to watch everybody light up and get excited about presents and all that shit. And it's important that I give my children a good experience. But there was a time as well when I went through quite a bit of depression and solitude. So please make sure to check up on people. It is important. Just shoot them that text that you think doesn't matter. That, hey, just thinking about you, happy holidays. That's all you got to do. And you might be saving somebody's life. So, and just on that note, I just want to take the time to shout out my friend Lauren, who when I was growing up, you made sure to invite me to all these family get-togethers, especially around the holidays, to make sure that I wasn't alone and I was included. And that really was impactful to me and probably prevented me from killing myself. So I want to say thank you for that. And for my listeners, don't ever underestimate the impact of some goodwill. A kind word, especially when somebody's going through it. But moving along, what I do want to talk about is how now is not the opportune time to create these crazy goals and resolutions. I mean, you should have goals and to-do lists regardless of the time, but any major change that you wanted to come in with the new year, right now is not the right moment. And I know this sounds crazy, and it doesn't line up with what everybody else says to do, but hear me out, right? I know we associate New Year with new life. There's that phrase, New Year, new me. We all have that vigor. We think of it as a second chance, but truly, it's not the right cycle. If you pay attention to nature, we are in a death phase. A resting phase, if you prefer, but look at it as bugs and animals are hibernating, the trees are bare, everything is frozen and still. And if we look at people, right, and just how we are around the holidays, we all are partying, so we're gonna be tired from that. We're tired from spending money on gifts. Everybody's trying to recuperate. Everyone gets cold and anxious because of the snow, and there's not the same energy as you would have in the springtime. On top of that, anytime you get charged with a whole bunch of other people that are 2023 is going to be my year, you're going to burst your energy instead of deliberately spreading it out, and that is going to be hard to sustain. What it is okay to do right now, being in the rest phase, it's okay to plan and kind of, get things in order of how you want to conquer some goals. So say if you're out of shape, your resolution is, I'm going to get back to my high school weight by running. All right. Okay, let's take it easy. First things first. Let's make sure to start out your days every day with stretching and end your day with stretching.
Once you got that down pat, you can walk. Gradually pick up a pace, so that way you can get to some jogging, right? So even if you know your plan, make sure that you have some small sustainable steps that become habit, because that's more important than the excitement. And it's you always want to look at what you can sustain and make sure that it makes sense. Back to the phase that we're in, right? Look at life during winter, right? Life tends to halt. People, we tend to not to go outside as much. It's too cold, first of all, but really there isn't shit to do. So you're not, if you decide to make a resolution here in winter, you're not building habits realistically, because you're not who you are the rest of the year. I know it's a bit different for me. I'm a bit of a recluse. I can make goals based on creativity and shit, but for the majority, and I'm not trying to speak for you but I do want to say that if creativity isn't your avenue, you need to consider how your life changes when it gets warmer, right? There's more things to do, there's more money to be spent, and there's ways to be distracted. You need to plan your resolutions and habits based for around that time. If you have a family, you need to consider what it looks like when your kids are off school for summer vacation and how them being off and their presence affects your goals. We like to think that oh no, I can do it in the morning time when they're not up. Man, you don't know that. So plan for when they are home. How can you fit this in, right? And I can't stress it enough. The quiet winter, the death phase, it's not reflective of your energy throughout the rest of the year. We tend to have a lot more energy as the sun's out and we can feel the warmth, and there's just way more going on. I mean, everything tends to wake up around that time. I just don't want you to set yourself up for failure. You have to anticipate your life is going to change drastically within a few months. You have to plan your resolution for around that time. That's when you want to make the big changes. And I get it from my people that are like, man, you need to have goals always. That's something you should always be updating. Yep. I get it, but shut the fuck up. This isn't for you. This is for the audience who struggle with commitment to resolutions. Maybe they feel shitty when they don't hit their goals, or they're embarrassed because they told everybody what they were going to do, and now people are looking like, hey, what happened? Maybe an experience similar to that is why they don't set goals, because they couldn't commit to what they said they were going to do. They don't like that feeling of embarrassment. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not a mind thing. You don't lack the willpower. It has to do with you're not doing it at the right time. If you pay attention, nature teaches us lessons. We are in a rest phase. Don't get caught up in the social pressure. And yes, goals are essential, but make sure to implement them when it can be genuinely impactful, when it makes sense to build it into your busyness. Don't build a plan into your rest cycle. Build it into your busyness. Alright, you guys, I'm going to end it here. If that was impactful, or I'm just wrong, which I can be, I am fallible. I don't have all the answers. Please comment below. Let's talk. Let's start a healthy dialogue. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, shares. Your support means a lot to me. Please enjoy your holiday. And as always, be safe, take care, and I hope you tune in next week. Hey guys, just want to remind you that the Kickstarter for the Crab Effect is in pre-launch. This is the card game that I have been working on. I created all the art, all the mechanics. I promise you it's different than anything that you've played, and I stand on that. Please go ahead, sign up, get notified. By doing so, you have the chance of getting the early bird price, which means you're going to get a discount, and you have a chance to get the Kickstarter exclusive, which won't be available at any other time. As always, you guys, I appreciate the support, and be safe.